Hey everybody, welcome back. Today is July 22nd, 2025, which means it's another Tuesday, which means it's another weigh-in day. So today's going to be a great day. We're going to be covering three things in this video today. Number one, what are addiction foods and why do you need to get rid of them? Number two, why did I walk 10,000 steps consecutively all in a row without taking a break? Number three, we're going to be jumping on the scale. We're going to be taking off the shirt and we're going to be talking about results for the past week. Now, what many of you don't know is I began my journey on June 15th, 2025. I weighed in at 292.3 pounds. And as of last week, we just dipped below 270 pounds. So we've made a lot of progress. Now, what's interesting for me is that I've been looking over video and photo this beginning of my journey, and I can finally begin to see that I'm losing weight. So that's very motivating, very exciting. And if you're looking to lose weight, this will be a great channel for you to follow because we're going to be uploading weekly and my goal is to lose 100 pounds. Sometimes you have to get food out of your house. So on paper, this week is looking really good. I have two things that I need to do. Number one, every day I'm getting an hour of exercise. For my exercise, I'm doing an hour every single day, if not more. And number two, in terms of how I'm going to eat, I'm doing one meal per day. And that's about a 1 to 2 hour eating window where I don't have breakfast, I don't have snacks, I don't have any lunch. But when it comes to supper, I can have whatever I want. And when I say whatever I want, that's exactly what I've been doing. And it's gotten me in some trouble because I've been eating, 3 or 4 hot dogs, over half of a pizza, eating a Ben and Jerry's pen of ice cream, a bag of chips, and that can get you into trouble. And that kind of set me back this week. And we're going to get into that. Everybody, I want to talk to you one of my biggest weight loss secrets that if you can begin to eliminate these, you're going to be saving a lot of calories and you're going to be losing weight a lot faster. And what I'm going to be talking about today is something called addict foods. Now, addict foods are foods that you're going to be eating that once you start eating, it's really hard to stop and you're going to start overeating. They're generally high in fat, high in calories, high in salt, high in sugar, all the things that taste really good, but they're going to make you gain weight and it makes it really hard to lose weight. So you want to avoid these. Some examples would be good old Ben and Jerry. So I could end up, watching a YouTube video or a movie or a TV show. I could eat one of these in one sitting. This one is 1,220 calories. Generally, you want to begin to eliminate something like that. I love kettle chips. And I think back in the day, it was Pringles where they had, once you pop, you can't stop. And that's because once you start eating them, they're addictive. So you're going to have more. For kettle chips, this one is 15 chips per serving and they're 140 calories. And this is not hard to eat half a bag in one sitting, if not more. Same thing goes for things like hot dogs, maybe a pizza where if you're eating them, I could easily have 3 to 4 hot dogs. I could have over half a pizza in a sitting. And if I didn't have them in the house or if it wasn't, the amount wasn't limited, I'd continue to eat. So with addict foods, you want to look for what you're going to overeat on and try to get it out of your house and find some substitutions. So for me, instead of kettle chips, I'll do something like movie theater popcorn. This where you can have 2 1/4 cup, 160 calories. You're going to save yourself a lot of calories hopefully. This isn't as fun, but just broccoli, something that's going to fill you up. This one is a cup, 35 calories. Or something as simple as if you're going to have, pizza or you're going to have hot dogs, make your own sandwich at home. Generally, if I have a sandwich, I know I'm not going to eat more than one. So if you have a sandwich, that's 400 to 500 calories, depending on what it is. I know that I'm not going to be eating 3 of those. And I know that I'll be saving a lot of calories in the process. So basically with this, avoid addict foods, things that you know that you can't say no to. And if you begin to find substitutions, you're even better off. So earlier in the week, I ended up walking 10,000 steps consecutively. So all in a row. And there's a video on that. So if you're interested on how long does it take to walk 10,000 steps, what is the calorie burn, what's the distance, is all in that video. But the reason that I had to walk 10,000 steps was because I was overeating when I was doing my one meal a day. So Instead of following some kind of nice nutrition plan, I was eating like half of a pizza. I was eating a pint of ice cream. I was doing the dumb stuff that was going to set me back and I might have to work really hard. In fact, just yesterday, I had to walk close to 30,000 steps because I knew that today would be weigh-in day. And if I wanted to reach my weight loss goals, I'd have to get in that exercise. So in terms of exercise, it's really important. But the most important thing, I think they say it's 80% of weight loss is all in your nutrition. So big tip right there. If you are trying to lose weight, focus on your nutrition, make good choices, don't do bad choices. And then you're going to have to walk like 10,000 steps or 30,000 steps on a day, whatever that may be for you. So that's just a big tip. So we're going to do a really quick body reveal. I started losing weight on June 15th, 2025. I made some progress. I still don't like taking videos or photos, but we're doing this. You definitely want to stay tuned till the very end. That's where I reveal how much weight we've actually lost in the past week. And for those of you who have been watching, this is the same double XL shirt that I've been wearing since the beginning, and it is beginning to fit a little bit differently. So you can take a look at that. For very skin tight, there wasn't room to play with. And now we got a little bit of play. But for the big reveal, what does the body look like? This is from the front. Very good from the side. The dreaded bulge that's hanging down. We're working on that. We're gonna take care of that. Around the back. One final one from the side. And like I said with this, stay tuned to the end so we can reveal total weight loss. But like, comment, subscribe, show a little bit of love. It's definitely difficult to put yourself out on the internet, especially when you're an obese guy trying to lose weight. So what did we learn? Well, this is the end of week 3. This week, we've lost 5.5 pounds. So we made some really good progress there. Overall, we've lost 30.2 pounds. So we're about 30% of the way onto our journey of losing 100 pounds. We learned about addiction foods and why you need to get rid of them. We learned about if you overeat and you're messing up, but you still want to reach your goal, you do things like walking 10,000 steps or walking nearly 30,000 steps the day before a weigh-in so that you reach your goal. So learn not to do that. And overall, we need to start making some smarter choices. And I'm going to continue doing one meal a day. That's been going really well for me, but I'm going to make some smarter food choices on what I'm going to be having at the end of the day and throwing a lot of that bad food out. And I'm going to continue doing my exercise of walking 1 hour per day. But I want to throw in maybe something like jump roping and P90X, and that will evolve as we go through. Like, comment, subscribe. You're on the journey, and 30 pounds in 5 weeks is fantastic.